it's crazy that we're being critical of a team that's being led by a 24 and a 25-year-old. When you start looking around the NBA and you start looking at the teams that are in the conversation for a championship, they ain't that damn young. They're much older. They've gone through some things. And that's why if you're the Celtics, you know that you don't really have to do a whole lot with your roster to position yourselves to win a championship because you damn near won one this year with a 24 and 25-year-old carrying the weight. All you need to do is add another playmaker, and I think you're good. You're good.
Nah, I disagree, Sherrod. I think they need to do a lot with this roster. And I'm not talking about the frontline guys.
Okay.
I'm talking about, like, improve the bench. That's not easy.
There's no bench.
I just gave you two. If you add a dead-on shot maker and a playmaker, like who? A guy that can get buckets like a TJ Warren.
Joe Harris makes $20 million a year.
Can't afford Joe Harris.
No, I'm not talking about Joe Harris. I'm talking about, like, well, just somebody like Joe Harris, because people think because he only shoots threes, he doesn't make that much. He makes $20 million. Like, getting the knockdown shooter is either A, you cultivate them, B, you hope that, like, you hope someone of them comes cheap in the mid-level or whatever, or takes a discount to play for the Celtics. Or
I'll take a discount.
$17 million trade exception to get a guy like a Duncan Robinson.
Right.
You use that and you add on, you become a luxury tax team. I think they have, I'm not talking about they have a lot, they got to overhaul the roster, but they have to do a lot of little tweaks. Like the third big. Obviously, Ime doesn't think much of Daniel Tice. It was a great story, him coming back. Oh, Daniel's back. Like, whatever reason, like, Ime didn't trust him because you can't expect Rob to play 80 games. He's not. Okay. Horford's 36. So you need a dependable third big man to come off the bench and give you some minutes and knock some dudes down and get some rebounds. Okay.
Grant's not that guy, Gary? Grant's not that guy?
Where was he? He didn't show up.
Grant had a bad series. Grant got it. Draymond got in his head. Offensively, he wasn't there. And it's just like they did the Derrick White deal. The Derrick White deal to me has been a failure. Sorry. One, Josh Richardson was hooping for this team. Josh Richardson was doing well. I don't know why they had to put him in that deal, but I thought he was a dog. Like, this team needs dogs. Derrick came over. He shot 31% from three. He scored 3 points total in the last 2 games of the series, the finals. Like, you know, and then it's like, okay, well, he best be, if that's the case, he best be a shutdown defender. Well, eventually the Warriors were switching everything to White because he couldn't guard Andrew Wiggins. So I'm not saying Derrick's a bad player. He can help, but to depend on him to be the shooter, don't know. You can't do that anymore. Or score. Any points, Derrick is going to be a bonus. They thought, oh, Derrick remember Ime telling us, oh, well, you know, he shoots 34% from three, but that'll improve because he's getting a lot of open 3 looks. Well, we saw him get a lot of open 3 looks with the Celtics, and what happened? The one in Game 6, he hit the damn side of the backboard. Like, I'm not ripping him like I think he's a solid player, but he makes 17 million. Like, building a team is hard, okay? When dudes don't live up to expectations. When you try to do through the draft, Pritchard is done okay, but he's not like that knockdown shooter. Now, will he improve in the summer? He's not going to grow any, and he's probably not going to. So you're going to have to hope he just starts knocking down shots. Grant, I think, is a good player, but he's maxing his skill set. And then Derrick White, and then Neesmith. Like, to me, they got to upgrade the bench, and that's not easy. Okay, you're going to have to go into the luxury tax, and you're going to have to rely. You know, Robert's not playing 80 games, so you're going to have to need a big. Like, that's a lot of work. This is not just, Tatum is back, Brown is back. You want to bring Marcus back. Okay, Al, you're starting 5, okay. But they need some assistance.
And you know how they can get that assistance?
They need to go to work, Kwani.
I've been listening to Sherrod too much, but I promise you.
Too much. Kwani, that's beneath you, but go ahead.
Indeed, they are the hiring platform for the Celtics. They can attract, interview, and hire all in one place.
Yes, indeed.
So instead of spending hours at the NBA draft or doing free agency, they can spend time finding the right candidates, and Indeed has a powerful hiring partner that can help you do it. So find the great talent faster through their virtual match assessments and virtual interviews. 80% of employers get quality candidates. So the Celtics can get a quality bench with Indeed. And of course, the easiest way to do it is using our code, Alist. You'll get a sponsored job credit. So you can upload your job listing and get $75 off of that first listing. Sign up for Indeed.com. The Celtics, again, they could use it as well.